following the siege of Hamburg. This is still my Age of Charlemagne campaign where I'm playing as the Kingdom of Mercia, or the English. So, united Ireland, Scotland, England all together, destroyed the Danish. Now I'm moving south. I destroyed Hamburg in the previous battle. That's the capital of this province, and this is a smaller town in the province that I destroyed. But declaring war on the city of Hamburg basically means I declared war on Westphalia, Eastphalia, and a couple of other German-esque tribes. So now I take this small city, and this is me instantly having to defend it. So you can see I put up this is actually 4 units of spear, but they have a special formation called, like, it's either like shield and block or spear and block formation, so they get really tight together. So I've just laid up a huge wall here. In defense, you're allowed to set up 1 blockade, so I set up 1 blockade right here. Man the walls, did the same thing, spear formations. Then I've got 2 axe groups here, 2 axe groups here, just to reinforce. You can only come in from one of two sides. So these 2 sides I can come in. And then I've got all my archers on the wall. This right here is just, like, there's 9 guys. 9 guys. 9 guys. 9 guys. Well, that's weird. So this is just what's left of the garrison troops. There's a couple spear and a couple archer, but they're pretty much dead already. Here's my general. What's left of the horse garrison, 5 horse. And then rather than put my horse units inside of the city defense, I decided to just put them on the outside to maybe make a clutch move and hopefully pull some of the troops off. Now this is like, I believe it's like 27 to 4,900, but we'll see the stats at the very end.
Any of you who desert their post shall face my wrath. Believe me, you would not like me when I am angry. I grow fur and fangs. The enemy has reinforcements.
So he's talking about going Hulk and growing fur and fangs.
Go to your positions and defend this place.
So all the battles I've been showing you guys have all been siege because I've just been on the attack so much.
The enemy has been spotted.
But this is one of the first times I get attacked, and I'm on the defense. And pretty much all the videos I've shown you guys, it's been I've outnumbered the enemy 2 to 1. Now I'm outnumbered 2 to 1, but I'll show you how it's done. So in reality, here's a tower here, here's a friendly tower here. I could be defending out in the open, but there's just not very good defensive points. So rather than fall back in a hasty retreat, I just go ahead and set up in the last defense stance in this upper area. You'll see I'm running my horse back around. I'm getting attacked from 3 angles, so here's Army Group A, B, and C, so they're attacking from just about everywhere. With pretty formidable troops, too. This, I believe, is Eastphalia that's attacking me now. So I don't know if you consider these guys Germanic or Saxon troops or what you kind of consider them, but this is all taking place around about 800 AD. So they quickly take and destroy as many of the towers they can. These towers do a nice job of just whittling them down initially. Now you can actually see my archers shooting from the walls already. Very good position.
They've chosen the wrong side today. Weapons ready.
This is 2 of their army groups merging. As you can see, they pretty much have to run up this trail, or they've got to run up this trail. So I pretty much just have along the whole archer wall the whole time. Here's my horse troops making a move. I was hoping to maybe execute their general before they could realize what's going on, but it doesn't work very well in this game compared to like Medieval 2. The second group, slowly but surely. troops, I pretty much just hold position. But I'm able to just... Looks like my archers are targeting their horse, which is kind of good. I make it kind of a stupid move. Let's see if I can pause this quick. Okay, so I rushed my horse in because I see... Here's skirmish cavalry, so they throw spears. Here's skirmish. Here's an archer. Here's a skirmisher, or a javelin man, an axeman, and a horse. And their general goes up too far in the trail, so I decided let's not attack their general. What I end up doing is just seeing if I can maybe kill 5-6 skirmish units, but it turns out horrible.
The enemy are ambushing us!
I instantly get tied up with like the axeman and one skirmisher, and the rest of their archers and skirmishers just like attack me from the rear. So, all right, so the assault has begun. This thing needs to stand for a pretty big assault from these guys, and I mean, that's his general, but I thought they had a couple sword units coming soon. So this they only have axe troops and spear, so that's not so bad. But these guys have a couple sword units. These boys have got this tower. They're getting rained on upon a little bit.
The men have thrown down their weapons and are fleeing!
Eastphalia reinforcements. Got a nice shield blockade, but it's not helping the front guys here. My horse are pretty much all but down there. I'll probably fast forward some minutes. It says I got 20 minutes left in the battle. I don't want to make it a super long video. Let's just go one extra speed. Well, then you don't get the...
unit has been destroyed!
You don't get the sound effects then. So they swallow up that horse there. Their army is just kind of... I run arrows pretty quickly. If I had the technology that gave me 25% more ammunition for my archers, this would have been even more bloody for them. So the spear wall is holding well. The front troop is already 80 out of 160, so he's already at half strength, but the other three are pretty much full strength still. And I do have 2 axe troops, and at one point I do rush them forward to try to get into this battle a little bit, which I don't know if it's a smart or dumb move. I do know I break the spear wall formation at the end, which I think was a dumb move, but... So now they finally hit the wall. Here's some very heavy swordsmen here. That's like what his general uses. So I think those would be comparable to my Thanes, but in this battle I don't even have any Thanes. This is all pretty weak axe troop and spear troop. So they gotta break this down before they can enter, so I think I can see that they're hitting on it, so I can pull my troops off this wall, because I don't know if they break that, if it ends up hurting my guys at all. I rushed these shield guys up, so now I am fighting on 2 sides. Right there, they just said one of my archers out of ammo. Look at that. Shoot. And there's still just a bunch of troops just kind of fucking around down here.
Enemy troops have reached the walls!
So good look at it. This is my little defensive pocket here. There you'll see I'm moving my axemen up. me speed this up a little bit. It says there's still 18 minutes. So I'll leave it where you can see them routing, but you'll see that just troops will route and come back and route and come back. So a defense like this is, that's why I tried to race my horse, and if I would have cut their general's head off, this would have been a lot easier because they would have routed a lot easier. But now basically I gotta make sure my troops don't route because they got nowhere to run. And I gotta try to whittle people off at the front until they just keep falling back. See, now this guy was routing, now he's coming back for a second. Swing at things. I end up pulling my 2 axe units back. They don't really take too much damage. See, and they'll just keep running back and forth, kind of add momentum to this. My first spear unit is down to 30 out of 160. He's killed 150 people though. It says 144 kills already. These guys are having a pretty difficult fight with some very heavy sword infantry. So I end up, what I'm doing with my generals, I'm actually running them back and forth. I don't know if it'll show it or not, but I'm doing it's called like a battle cry, I think. And it just demoralizes their troops. So I run my general back and forth to each front, calling that war cry on that recharges like every minute and a half to demoralize his troops and try to get them to rout. Oh, the enemy general just died. So that's a solid thing right there. So he got one of his generals involved. Although he's probably got 2 generals because he had a reinforcing army and he had this army. This is on like 3 times speed just because, like I said, there's gonna be a lot of
enemy units have been rallied.
A long battle here. The amount of dead is piling up here. I could build a wall like the movie 300. He's still, look at these, he's got troops in reserve. Breaking and coming back, breaking and coming back. This is kind of uneventful, but this is how you defend when you're outnumbered 2 to 1.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
Gotta have some spear troop, gotta have some archers. Honestly, I don't know, it might have gone even better if I had no axemen and just had all spear troop, but it's hard to say. Right there, I charged my axemen again and tried to maybe push. I see some of these guys are pretty low in health. Try to push some of them back. Right there, now you'll see I'm moving my archers in. That's when things are getting desperate. My archers are out of ammo. And I'm thinking, if I'm going to win this, I got to put everything in there. I don't even know if the archers will fight with short swords or like daggers or something.
Men have given up and are running for their lives.
My archers, that guy had 150 kills, that guy had 180 kills. He's got 232 kills. He's got 297. So my archers literally kill about 1,200 people themselves. That's why it's so important to have archers in a situation like this. I always have well-rounded armies though. If anything, I generally lack cavalry or siege units. So this is, you'll see everyone's moved lunged forward quite a bit. I've actually ordered my spear formations into attack, which was a stupid thing for me to do. I just thought, I looked at all these guys and they're about half strength. I just thought maybe that's what I should do. So I'm getting scared, so I'm running as many troops as I can over.
Enemy forces have destroyed
There's a few times during this battle, and you can see the meter. It's showing me that I'm going to be losing. And when I started this battle, it put 60% in their favor. These Eastphalia troops are nothing to laugh at. So now because I rushed so many archer units up into there, it looks like I have way more, but I mean I've barely got any axe or spear left. These archers just try to give me more momentum to push them back, maybe scare them. So I'll just like select a whole group of these guys, and I'll just start targeting one unit at a time. Like you'll see, like I'll see this guy's low, so I'll target him. I'll see this guy's low, so I target him. That way I can just try to break individual units at a time. Jeez, they've got units all around my side now. This is where it gets pretty dangerous. Look at this. Look at this, just fucking carpet of dead bodies.
Enemy units have been rallied.
So this is pretty dangerous. Now he's kind of got me encircled a little bit there. My general's actually in the back of this army because they've got some heavy sword that I'm trying to defend against. This slowly tips in my favor. You'll see I'll start targeting as many of these routing troops as I can. Whittle it down to where it's just the general. Because I target the general at first, but I realized that he's got far superior troops, so I figured if I could just kill all his friends around him and isolate him, that then I would be able to. Oh, see these fucking archers. They even had dogs, but I don't know, I never seen them deploy them at any point. I don't know if I end up killing much. See, and this looks like a losing battle, and it's got me kind of even. But I know if I can just win one side, I can bring all my troops over. And there I am. There, I just won the side. Just look at this. Absolutely insane. Amount of blood and bodies that are here.
The men are broken and running for
So,
their
I mean,
lives.
we're both taking turns routing here, but I have pretty much surrounded his general unit. The other nice thing I had in my advantage this time is they've got to run up to me. So the whole time they were running from the entrance of the battle to fight my towers to all the way up here. By the time they get to me, they're already somewhat tired. My troops are rested, just sitting in place. Now this just looks like a losing battle to me when I look at heavy sword, heavy sword, heavy sword, horse.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
Look at that sheer, just it's a landfill of bodies. So I'm starting to break some of their troops over here, which is good. Their archers are just raining in on my general's unit, though.
The men are broken and running for their lives. The enemy refuses to admit defeat. Their unit has rallied.
Pools of blood. There's gotta
Our
be a
men
point
have
where
given
I
up and
defeat
are
these
running for
guys.
their lives.
There's this archers trying to get involved here. Boom, there goes his general's unit. This raid at the
An
last
entire
minute
unit
is
has
when it turns
perished.
in my favor. I don't know why it's saying it's
The
getting
men are
taken.
broken and running for their lives.
So it still looks hopeless over here. This is the amount of blood spray is crazy. Alright, so at that point I defeat that archer, and this is where I'm gonna win, 'cause I realize I've got one side broken. Now I can just take all these guys, predominantly archers, which aren't supposed to be. I don't even know if they have a melee attack. They must, but my general, the most important thing is my general never dies during this whole encounter. So his troop is at actually 80, 160, but still only at half strength. He still stands alive. So I end up charging all these men in and just pull my general back just a little so he's not on the front line. Look at this pile of bodies. This is war, folks. This is total war. Look at this. This is a painting of dead bodies. These guys walked away. These guys are gonna have some PTSD.
Victory! This is your day!
So, Pyrrhic victory. You don't get those easily. Oh, maybe that's a negative thing, saying I died with so many people. I don't know, I think that might be a good thing. Because I was not supposed to win. Look at that. That was the one side. I mean, there's plenty of dying that went on down here. Probably most of these guys are probably my horse. Yep. A lot of my horse units. Let's just see the stats on that one. Well, so I had 2,600 and they had 4,700. So they outnumbered me by about 2,100 troops. Look at this. That's Archer got 327, 269, 195, 191. The Spear actually didn't get too many kills, but they held the line. My general didn't get too many kills either. So these axe troops, maybe I needed those axe troops. I was saying earlier, maybe if I had all spear, it would have been better. But looks like the axe troops did their duty. And these horses, I should have utilized those way better. Those guys, once again, I just didn't do a very smart horse maneuver there. Well, if you guys like that siege battle or that defensive battle, leave a like, leave a comment, questions, subscribe to the channel if you liked it.